Hi, welcome back to Discovering an Educated Life. This is Megan, and today just coming to kind of share a story and share where we've been at this school year. I know I haven't posted in a couple of months, and there's a few reasons why. So just join me with a cup of coffee, and I'm going to be sharing a little story and talking about what we've been doing this year. I won't really be showing a whole lot. I'm going to do some of that in some other videos, but just kind of wanted to share with you guys where I've been. So grab your coffee and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. So I'm being joined today by Chloe. She's behind me, my cat. So we started off strong in August using exploring countries and cultures. I'm just gonna jump in there. I had shared over the summer our curriculum reveal for 4th grade and what we would be doing, and we really had a really good start. We got a lot done in those first couple of weeks, even the first month. And then my father passed away unexpectedly, suddenly, from Ludwig's angina, from an untreated tooth infection that he didn't realize he had, because he had had strokes in the past, and he was not realizing it until it was really bad that he was having that. Very, very unexpected, like sudden. Like we didn't know anything was wrong until the day he passed on September 25th. So that halted our entire life, our entire school, our entire existence, and everything that was going on with us. And that's why I haven't been on here sharing. I've been working and helping my mom at her house. And eventually we're going to be moving, and my mom's going to be moving in with us. So there's just been a lot for us to handle. So I had to switch everything up in my life. So I'm going to be sharing some videos and talking about what we had to do to change our curriculum, to change how we did things, because I had created a whole homeschool room, and I had all these things like little classroom at home set up, even though I don't necessarily do just like traditional school at home. So I was very excited about that. And when it didn't go the way I expected the year to go, just because of life and very unexpected circumstances, I kind of I had to stop and be like, we still have to continue learning, and we have to do it in a way that works, regardless of what that is. So what I did is I grabbed some open and go resources from Master Books, and that's what we've been using for a couple of weeks. I tried for a couple of weeks to keep going with like all the stuff I had planned, and I took some of it to my mom's house to work on during the day while I was there with her, and it just it wasn't working. It was really stressful. It wasn't like life-giving, and it wasn't helping a grieving family. Is essentially it was like hindering us from being able to deal with the deeper emotional things going on. And so I had to just say, I need to pause right now in this season and stop trying to sorry, turn off. My mom's calling right now. I'll call her back. I had to kind of turn that off in this season, this whole like homeschool mom perfectionist that wants to do everything I had planned, and that's not practical. And I realized it probably wasn't anyways. Like it probably wasn't what I should have been doing anyways. I should have been focusing more on relationships. So that's what I've been doing. Not that academics aren't important, but definitely in this season, I had to scale it back. So real quick, I'll share with you the resources I've been using. I will try to like link them. I will link them below for sure, and I'll try to like show a picture of what I'm using, because I don't even have them at my house right now because they're at my mom's. And the reason is because I've been doing school there. Well, now my daughter has pneumonia, and we've been like doing some renovations at my mom's house, and I'm afraid that those are contributing to the pneumonia, because she tested negative for like everything, like no COVID, no flu, no viruses they could find. So we're thinking maybe just like us moving, like she has asthma and a lot of allergies, and we all have been sick, but I think it's being compounded by like us doing things that are creating dusty situations and stuff there. So yeah, I'm at my house now, and I don't have any of her school stuff here. It's Thanksgiving weekend. It's actually like Saturday after Thanksgiving, and we spent the whole Thanksgiving morning in the hospital, and she's resting right now, and I felt like it was a good time while I'm alone at home. My husband had to work today. He does retail logistics, so of course he's gonna not be here till Christmas. So I'm just here sharing a story of this season of our life. So one of the things we will be using, I purchased America's Story 2. So if anyone knows, in third grade, we used Adventures in U.S. History, and we had a little bit of it left, and we kind of left off with like right where around Abraham Lincoln started. So America's Story 2 from Master Books picks up right where we left off, and I still have some of the state studies to do. So that's what we've started doing. We're just working through America's Story 2 with some state studies. Then for our language arts, we were already doing Grammar Galaxy. It's a very open and go program. And I was doing like a word roots from Critical Thinking Company, and we've continued through that. Rod and Staff spelling was just too much writing in this season. It was too, she knows how to spell really well, and I didn't want to deal with that right now. I haven't even started this yet, but I just stopped spelling for a few weeks. But then I purchased a reason for spelling, like a reason for handwriting. It's a reason for spelling, and it has more hands-on stuff, and I think that she likes stuff like that, like for a kinesthetic learner. But it also has like you don't have to do all of that. Like I could just treat it like as a workbook thing, and those are just extras. And so when I want to, or I feel like she's in the mood for that, or we're in the mood for that, I can add those things in, and it gives a lot of suggestions and things like that. I'll review that later. It's just something I picked up and I haven't been using. But I took a break from spelling for a little bit, and I've been using Grammar Galaxy, and I had like an Evan Moore grammar and punctuation like book that I had picked up at a local school supply store. And so I was just using those two things. For writing, honestly, she's writing in her America's Story. I've been doing a lot of the writing assignments and the teacher's guide for that. And I've given her a couple free writing exercises and things like that. And I'm pretty content with her doing that. And then for science, I had a life pack, fourth grade science already sitting here that I had originally purchased before I bought Exploring Countries and Cultures. So I decided like we're just gonna do that. And actually that's went really well. Like I did the first entire unit, the plants unit, and she thrived with that. I mean, it was workbook based, but we did a lot of experiments. We did a lot of activities that were suggested. And I mean, I liked it so much. I liked it better than anything we've done for science in a couple years. And that's saying a lot, especially in a season that was so stressful. So I just kind of think it was easier for me to make that my own than what we were doing before. So the life pack science, like for sure for us right now, it was just something I had on the shelf too. Like, and I just picked it up and we started doing it. Bible, I had the book Theology, and I kept thinking like theology, like I kept thinking I was going to use that, and I didn't. And then I decided, you know what, like right now's the perfect time because we're all over the place with everything, and let me just pick something up that I can go through and read. And we looked up all the Bible verses from it, and it went great. And she still does Awana. So she had verses to memorize from her Awana. And for math, we've been doing Singapore for so long, but it's a lot sometimes. And I said, let's take a break and let's try math lessons for a living education from Master Books also. And that's been going really great. It's a slower pace. It's slowed down for her. It's just what she needed. I also used a couple of like multiplication and division Usborne books that I had on the shelf before that came in. And we just worked through a couple pages a day, and we're still doing that in her master books and going at whatever pace she's at. And it's been like, we're getting school done in 2 to 3 hours, where sometimes shorter even, where sometimes it was taking us 5 hours before, and I didn't even feel like she was learning as much. It's not a knock of my father's world. I think it's more of just in this season, it was not for us. Like, I think I've said it a million times, like if I had a bunch of kids, I might feel different about it, because I would feel like they were all learning from each other, and like their ideas would be bouncing off each other, and they would be like, you know, it would take me 5 hours to do homeschool. All those kids, it might feel different, but it just, for me in this season with one child, it didn't make sense anymore. Like, it just didn't make sense anymore. So, that's what we are doing. And I'm going to share in another video just like how that stuff is going. But I wanted to come on here and just let you know, like, I didn't just disappear. It's just been a really, really difficult season of life for everyone in our house. And things drastically changed from the last time I was here and talking about what we were going to be doing for school. So I'm going to share those resources, like I said, in more detail, do some flip throughs and things. But mostly I just wanted to share, like, in a season where I'm at, I've really learned a lot. In the season I'm in, I've learned a lot about like how to embrace just day-to-day life, relationships, and homeschool and all of that. Let me know if you've ever been through a season like this below, and how you dealt with it, how you got through. There's been a lot of days, guys, honestly, where I've just curled up with a book with Abby and read. Like, we've been just continuing reading books we had on our shelf from Sunlight, the Little House series. Like, we've just been reading a lot. So just together, like, I've been giving her books to read. I've been asking her just, hey, can you read this book and tell me about it? You don't even have to read it aloud to me, just to keep her reading. But not a lot of like super formal things in that area. And I've been doing a lot of arts and crafts type of things that I had on the shelf, things from like earlier this year. Even I had some stuff left from last Christmas that like she never did, that gifts people had gotten her. And so I said, you know what, let's do these for art. I've done a lot of things like that, and just embraced whatever we felt like doing every day. So let me know if you've ever been in a season like this, and share below what you did through that season. And I will try and get back and share with you guys how some of the things we are using are going. And I also want to do a video, and I'll let you guys know when, obviously, I'll let you know when I post that. I want to do a video just sharing those first 8 weeks I did complete of My Father's World this year, just to give you guys an idea of how that looked and some of the other resources we were using. So don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.